Good morning. Welcome to meditation. We're going to get started. So, if you're in your workspace today, you're welcome just to stay right in your desk chair. In that case, I would recommend that you slide all the way to the back of it so you can really use the back of the chair to build your spine up long. If you're able to move out of your seat to somewhere that you think would be more comfortable for you, feel free to join me. I'm going to go sit on a very unfancy couch cushions. I love the couch cushions because they're comfy and they're easy just to pull off. Nothing fancy necessary. I threw two down today so that my hips could be a little higher. Now, even if you're in your desk chair, if you happen to have even a sweatshirt or something nearby, you can always sit up a little higher. If your hips are higher than your knees, they'll start to open. So that can be really, really nice. I'm so glad you joined us for practice today. When you're ready, when you're comfy in your seat, we're just going to take some small movements so we can get some antsiness out of our bodies from being seated during our work morning. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. Pull up through the back of your neck. Think about feeling lifted in the back of your shoulder blades. Lift a little from the back of your skull. Take an inhalation long and slow here. You can let your eyes drift closed if it feels good, or just gaze gently downward. During your exhalation, we'll roll left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, chin towards your chest. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. When you're ready to breathe in, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale to the right. Coming all the way back down through the center, bring eyes straight back forward and look to the right this time as you exhale. Just a straight look over the right shoulder. Eyes back to center while you inhale. During your exhale, peek over your left shoulder. Eyes back to the center on your inhale. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Take as many more movements in your neck as you feel that you need. Let's roll our shoulders when you're done with your neck backwards a few times. We're just going to take some gentle, smooth. You could do one at a time, shoulder rolls, or both of them together. And if it feels a little crunchy or sounds a little crunchy, that's just telling you need to move in that joint a bit. If you find that, had a little crunch on this right shoulder here, so I'm just going to kind of work forward and back for a moment. Sometimes you can just lift and pause and really breathe into that area. And then try another smooth, full round rotation. And when it feels a little bit more mobile, set your shoulders back and down. Hands could rest heavy on your thighs. This is grounding as we send the palms down. If today you're seeking energy from your practice, palms can rise open. And we're just going to begin somewhere that feels really comfy. I'll offer a hand meditation in a moment that you're welcome to move with me during, or you can stay still in your comfy position. If you get uncomfortable in practice, please don't try to fight through that. I just shift and adjust pretty frequently through my practice so that I'm not distracted from myself, my breath, and our guided meditation. Shift. Get cozy, come back to us. I'm so glad you're here today. To begin, let's find our breath. Remembering that as we come to practice, there is nothing to fix or change. We're here to observe, to enhance and deepen the relationships within ourselves, and the connection between our breath, body, mind, and spirit, in the hopes of having this really loving, kind connection with ourself and that emanating from us, helping us to enhance the connection to all of our relationships and deepen them. Life is busy, so it's really easy to get swept away in our thoughts. It's easy to become swept away by our emotions, or we let sometimes our mood dominate us. But with practice, we can learn to use our breath to stay in the present moment. Right here, right now, regardless of what's going on around you or in your life currently, drop in and find your breath. Perhaps you feel a simple in and out flow through your nostrils. You might feel a widening in your throat or your collarbones, a lifting in your chest and opening in your sternum. Feeling something happening in your belly and down to your low rib cage is really wonderful. A deep connection to your breath down there. So as we practice today, we'll hope to open up our nervous systems, allowing our parasympathetic nervous system to take over, which is our technically rest and digest, but we'll think of it as releasing and renewing. Do you notice that your spine feels upright? Remember that even during practice, if you have moved away from a support and you start to feel fatigued, move to a wall or move back up against your chair back again. And then let's try to soften the space between our eyebrows and at the corners of your eyes. You're welcome to take eyes totally closed or downcast. When I look down, I just make little slits with my eyes. So I'm still aware of what's happening, but it seems a bit out of focus, a bit unimportant. What's happening that's really important is on the inside here. Feel your jaw loosen as you begin to connect with your body, unhinging your bottom jaw from your top. Relax your tongue. Know that your chair, your cushion, the ground, whatever you are upon, will infinitely support you. You can relax here. Let your shoulders settle more deeply down. Sometimes as I go through my body here, when I envision a part of my body, like for example, the shoulders we just did, I give a little squeeze and then a release. Sometimes with the jaw, I'll give a little tighten and release. So you can assure yourself, yes, I am relaxing there. If there's any unnecessary gripping in your back or your hips, at least give yourself permission to let go. This is not a miracle worker. It's not just going to all of a sudden like snap our fingers and everything is easy breezy, smooth and open. But we hope to encourage that to happen. Remember that we are perfectly imperfect as we are. Nothing to fix or change, just giving ourselves the opportunity to create space. In those areas we just opened, our facial features, our shoulders, our backs and our hips, become aware of smooth, deep breaths as they travel in and out through our body into those areas. Notice an inflation and deflation in the area of your lungs. And every exhalation gives us the opportunity to create space for and potentially allow physical and mental tension to dissipate. Sometimes I like to literally see it, to see the tension floating away from your body and mind. I'm a real visual person. So, for example, something that I like to do is to breathe in my favorite color. something that's really meaningful to you. So during the colder months, it might be like a golden yellow, like the sunshine that we don't get to see as often, warming us, surrounding us, making us feel soft and pliable, warm and supported. Could be anything that really speaks to you. Some folks like a tan color, like a warm sand around their toes. Maybe you like green because you love to be surrounded by forest and nature in that way. So anything that's meaningful to you. Well, think about our inhalations being that color because it makes us feel warm and fuzzy from the inside out. And then on the exhale, if I really truly have never not had. So there's always tension, right? Whatever you have that you're feeling or perceiving to be a negative and you're looking to get rid of or allow to dissipate, see that coming out of your pores, coming out with your exhale, perhaps dripping down anything connected into a support and leaving your body. And then I envision that as a darker color. In the beginning, I'll envision that tension leaving like black smoke, just leaving all areas of my body. And then maybe it's not so tight. What you're trying to get rid of isn't so toxic. And it lessens. It just becomes a darker version of your color. So if you had picked the tan, maybe it's like a really muddy brown. Exhaling that. And we are aiming to continue working with that visual breath practice until both your in and your out are that same calming, supportive, nurturing color to you. When we practice in this way, our inhalations are washing fresh energy over our bodies, creating space, brightening and refreshing. Exhalations are letting go, but they're also giving us an opportunity to release more deeply into our bodies and minds. So sometimes I like to think of that exhale digging in a little deeper to areas that perhaps are feeling pretty closed off. As we practice, as we watch our breath, we observe without judgment. We are aware of it. We can sense it. We might feel it. We follow it. There's no criticism. You're being attached. No storylines. Just breathe easy in and out. Now, if at all possible, could you add a bit to your inhalation without strain or challenge? So if it feels unnatural, don't worry about it. Stick with what is easy and true and good for you. But if you could perhaps have an intention of deepening your breath, maybe it's just a little split second longer. We inhale with this sense of purpose. Exhale a little longer, a little slower, a little deeper, with a sense of letting go. Letting go of the stress that is surrounding us. Reminding ourselves that we are exactly where we need to be. Inhale this big breath of love for yourself. Love for this present moment. And hopefully feel a sense of peaceful calm washing over. Continuing with this practice of breathing in without judgment, exhaling and letting go, creating space wherever you need it. And as we practice, I'll still be here with you, but I'll be quiet. for a minute. See if you can listen to the sound your breath makes. And if you lose track and become swept away by your thoughts when I become quiet, that's normal, that's natural. Just come back to your breath, come back to this moment, this life, and reconnect. Continue breathing and being here. Feeling your breath deliver life as you observe your body expand into the space around you. Be big, be bold, take up space. Your breath is awakening every cell in your body. I love to envision our cells smiling with peaceful happiness, basking in the light of positive energy that you've created from within. This is always here for you. Whenever you decide to sit and listen, it's here. Stay with your breath practice in this beautiful moment and notice, are there any sensations of heaviness or more heaviness that have come in with your practice? The deep relaxation that you've created today with this connection to your breath, is it making itself apparent in any certain place? This practice is a really great tool for getting in touch with our spirit, our inner guidance. Now, we're always connected to this guidance as we go about our day, but sometimes we forget to listen in. It's easy for us, or I should say easier, because it's never an easy practice. It's easier for us to consciously connect when we take the time to sit quietly and listen in. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, in, out. Letting go of what may feel stuck within us. Meditation is one of the best gifts we can give our body. Our bodies love and support us every single day. Just the simple fact that we awoke today with breath and the ability to move our bodies feels so good to give it something in return, taking such good care of ourselves. Now, if you'd like to do a little hand moving meditation with me, you can follow along, or you can just simply stay as you are and keep working on your breath practice. You'll still follow along with the breath, but the hands are optional. Let's put one hand on our heart. Let's start with our right hand on our heart. And let your left hand just float really softly open to the side. And let's inhale into our right hand. I am strong. Exhale with our right hand opening. You are strong. We're going to send our affirmations out to our loved ones, our friends and family, our coworkers, those in our community. those far and wide, those we know and those we've never met. We're going to be really generous today. Inhale, left hand to heart, I am balanced. And send that out, you are balanced. Right hand covers heart, really taking in, I am confident on the in breath. You are confident as hand moves back open. Left hand, I am centered. You are centered. Inhale, right hand, I am content. You are content. Left hand, I am whole. You are whole. I am safe. You are safe. I am enough. You are enough. Any hand on your heart, opposite hand on your belly. As you breathe quietly, sometimes it's easier to connect with our breath sensations with physical touch. Notice if this feels comforting, just holding yourself here. It's almost like a hug. You can take good care of yourself anytime with these beautiful affirmations. Any word can be substituted in for the ones that we practiced today. And we have these tools that remind us that we can help ourselves feel better with simple gestures and our own breath. Notice how it helps calm you. Notice how it allows you to let go. You come to your practice and you become so involved in this guided meditation that you let go of whatever led you up to this moment in your day. Rest your arms if they get tired. It gives you, I hope, this practice gives you a feeling of safety, of coming within. We have this amazing, quiet place. We can take a respite from what's going on around us. At any point, it's our inner sanctuary, and it's always here for us. You are here for yourself. If we can release rehashing the past, and if we can release worrying about the future, we will allow ourselves, we will allow our full attention to come into this second, this moment, this day. Give our full attention to this wonderful, wonderful day. Connecting with our breath here, allowing our heart to open. Make room for all the good in the universe to come to us. Breathing in, relaxation. And breathing out, letting go of stress and tension. Consider saying this affirmation to yourself. I only give out that which I wish to receive. I only give out that which I wish to receive. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every way. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every way. Remember that every time you practice, it becomes a little deeper to slip in, which is why we call it a practice. But it is something that we do try to commit to. hope that you can carry a renewed or perhaps a newly found sense of inner peace with you throughout the rest of today. And as you start to reawaken yourself to the possibility of receiving love and acceptance, of creating this beautiful, peaceful space from which to work from, begin easing back in gracefully to the rest of your day, intuitively moving. So perhaps that's the neck movements we started with, shoulder rolls. Maybe it's a big, long body stretch, reaching your arms overhead. Oh, yeah, that felt really good. Just find what feels good to you. All movements are the right movements. We just wanted to reawaken ourselves really gently and slowly. If your eyes are still down or closed completely, let's start to flutter them open. I like to take a bunch of really blinky moments, just kind of blinking. And sometimes I like open my eyes really wide and then blink them a few times again, just getting readjusted back to everything around us, the lights, the colors. And then bow your head. Hands can cover heart in any way it feels meaningful to you. In gratitude, we do this for one another, for the space and the opportunity to practice together. I bow my head deeply to you. I treasure our time together. I'm so thankful for our meditation community. Until we meet again, I hope that you take good care and have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste.